अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे अच्युतं केशवं सत्यभामाधवं माधवं श्रीधरं राधितं इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरं देवकी नन्दनं नन्दजं सन्ददे.
नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. उकारस्वन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते. ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम सर्ववेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविंदं परमानंदं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. वर्स नंबर 8. अतो विमुक्त्यै प्रयतेत विद्वान् संन्यस्त बाह्यार्थ सुखस्पृहः सन् संततं महान्तं समुपेत्य देशिकं तेनोपदिष्टार्थ समाहितात्मा. Therefore, अतः therefore, विद्वान्, the man of learning, one who has good education, vimuktyai prayateta, may that person strive for mukti or liberation by doing what? Sannyasta bahyartha sukhaspruhaha, having relinquished. Sannyasta, what? Bahyartha, the things which are external that he arrives pleasure from, are the desires. Sukhaspruhaha, external objects from which he gains pleasure. Santam mahantam samupetya, then going and seeking knowledge from the sant, the one who is a sadhu, and mahantam, the one who has a large vision of Brahman. That kind of a person, taking refuge in such people. Samupetya deshikam, the one who teaches. Tena upadishtartha samahita atma. Atma here means mind. Samahita atma means the mind being collected in what? Tena upadishtarthe, whatever is being taught by that deshika. What will he teach? Only Brahma. Therefore, fix your mind in the Brahma Jnanam. Then only the mukti will happen. So far, now this verse is very clear. What is your goal? Muktiyai prayateta. So the goal is mukti. For who? Vidwan, the one who seeks knowledge and the one who is already having a certain qualification. So the person who is qualified is the one who is a vidwan. And the lakshya, the target, that the goal is mukti. And what should you do? Three things are spoken. One is you need to get a certain dispassion towards external objects. Bhasyartha sukhasprusaha sannyasta. So that is number one. You should gain a certain distraction. Second, you should take refuge in a guru. Santam mahantam samupetya. So one should seek a guru. That is number 2. The third is fix your mind in what is being taught. Okay, so there are 3 things spoken of here. One is called preparedness. The second one is called Shravanam and Mananam. The third one is Nididhyasanam. All 3 are spoken in this, along with the Adhikari and Phalam. The goal is said, the qualified person is said, the preparation is being spoken about. After preparation, what is the direct way of achieving it? That is to listen from a guru, and after listening, what you should do is also spoken about Brahmanishtham. So this is a very comprehensive verse from how does the Atma Jnana, how is it pursued and how does it take place. Okay, now little bit more, let us analyze this. Vimuktiye prayateta, may one make effort. Okay, why should you make effort? Because it is, you have to choose, you need to choose knowledge. You need to choose that I want to gain moksha. You have to deliberately choose. Otherwise, it is not, you won't even start the pursuit. Because it is not a normal pursuit. Because others' pursuits like dharma and artha and kama are instinctive. You are driven by it through the environment. Things draw you towards them. So when you see a good restaurant and you have hunger, you get drawn towards it. Suppose you see a gulab jamun or rasagulla and you have a good taste for them, you get drawn towards them. And people going after money, they get drawn. You are addicted to go and earn more and more and more. Money becomes a pursuit for you by default. And kama, artha, all these things, even dharma for that matter, is driven by your psychological bent. Okay, so you just go for them. Whereas in the case of moksha, you need to have a very conscious effort because you need to do the analysis. First step is pariksha lokan. You need to do an assessment of are the things that you are pursuing capable of making you reach your goal of freedom. That is the first step. That analysis has to be there. That you have to consciously do vichara on. Then only it will start. And then you need to arrive at the fact that these worldly pursuits are not going to give me what I am seeking. I am seeking permanent happiness. I am not happy being happy momentarily. I am seeking to be happy all the time. Similarly, I want freedom from limitation of the knowledge limitation, ignorance. I don't want to have ignorance. That is why I am all the time trying to get myself up to speed. All your WhatsApp and social media and other, wherever you are spending time on is for what? To remove your ignorance. You want to be devoid of the ignorance which is keeping you away from what is going on around you. So you want to know. When your daughter-in-law is talking to her mother in the next room at a low voice, you are so tense because the ignorance of what she is talking keeps you so restless. Therefore, knowledge is also, was joking, but the knowledge, lack of it, makes you uncomfortable. So you are seeking freedom from that limitation of knowledge, limitation of happiness. So all these worldly pursuits are not going to give you that. That you need to arrive at yourself by analyzing your situation. Then only your prayatnam starts for moksha. And then further you need to make a choice to actually go and study, because you have to arrive at the fact that this liberation is not possible through action by achieving something, but only by knowing your Swarupa. That also you need to consciously arrive at through prayatna. So all that needs conscious effort. It is like, these days, whatever the Shastra is saying, people don't follow. And if you ask them, they'll say, oh, nobody told me that this is what I should do. Nobody told me that I should wash my legs before going into the prayer room. Nobody told me Sandhya Vandana must be done at the right time. See, this nobody told me is not an excuse which is acceptable. Because it is you need to make effort to understand what Shastra is saying. If you want good, nobody told me is not like ignorance of law is not an excuse, they say, right? But here even positively, if you need something good, you should only go and find out how to get that good. It is not somebody's responsibility. Okay. But that's a common refrain that you will hear these days. So you need to make a conscious effort to find out how to do prayateta, do your yatana for vimukti. If you want mukti, you need to find out the way. You need to get the right guru. Don't tell I didn't get the right guru. All sadhus are fraud. There is nobody in these days. All great men have already. No. That is your excuse. There are always people who can teach, who can give you the right knowledge. It's for you to go and figure it out. You may falter in one or two cases, but you will always find the third one. Aren't you? Suppose you have some health issue. Won't you do the right research and go to the right doctor? Even if you end up with a couple of wrong ones, you skip them and then go and find the exact one who will treat you. You don't complain, nobody told me the right doctor, there are no good doctors around. You don't say all that, isn't it? So you try and figure out who is the right one which will work for you. Similarly, if you need mukti, you need to do prayatna. That is the first step. You need to choose. First of all, you need to choose mukti as your goal. Then you need to choose that knowledge alone gives you liberation. Again, you have to make that choice, because you then, based on your understanding, it's not that there are options. The fact is that only knowledge can give you liberation. But you need to understand and make the choice. See, that's why not everybody is going for knowledge, because they haven't made the right choice. They just go with emotion. Some emotion, that's also a samsara, honestly speaking. If you think by doing some activity and going to some swarga is going to liberate you, then you are looking at some sukha. Like in other religions, they say, that 72 hoor, these days it's very famous. Right? Then that is also one kind of samsara. See, how we define samsara includes that also. That is also samsara. You are going for some sukha only. Instead of this world, it is told it is in the other world. Okay? But if you, will that really give you eternal sukha, you have to understand. Then you choose, and then do what? Sanyasta bhahyartha sukha spruhaha. The spruha here is objects of pleasure. Okay? Prishyate. So the one that is, the things that are objects of your senses, that is sukha spruha, bhahyartha sukha spruha, sanyasta, giving it up, because that is the one which will take you away from this path which you have yourself chosen. In the first line it is said prayateta. So once you have made the decision, you need to go with it. Why would you not go with that decision? And because your sukha spruha will pull you out. Before you even realize what is going on, you will be already like back into the worldly thing. Only yesterday you listened to that lecture on Vivekachudamani, which said Vairagya, Viveka, this, that, and you were so impressed. You decided, okay, I am going to do all this, gain jnanam. Next day you will be sitting in some theater watching some movie. Why? Because your sukha spruha pulled you into that. So you need to, till a certain stage, you need to consciously manage that. Don't let your sukha spruha pull you. So you can take the help of some satsanga, be with the right company, be in a crowd where people are always talking about Shastra and all that, so that you have a support system which will help you in keeping you away from this sukha spruha. You yourself anyway can analyze and all that. Analysis will tell you that all this worldly sukha is not going to be permanent and all that. But then when the incident, some event happens, it just doesn't take your permission because your emotions will just get pulled towards it. Then you get, without you being in control, you get caught up. People who are politically inclined, they will just, some incident happens in the country, then your mind is all the time into that. Pakistan war is going on now, right? Everybody is fully into social media and news medium. That's it. It doesn't, then all your Vedanta and all doesn't come to your rescue that time because you are engrossed in the worldly things. So you need to make sure that you have the right checks and balance in place, that you don't get completely pulled into it. Tayor vasham na agache. That is what is meant here. Sanyasta bhakyartha sukha sprusaha. Then what do you do? Santam mahantam samupetya. You need to go and find out the right guru. Again, you only have to find out. But how will I know who is the right guru? We already said Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam Gurumeva Abhigacche. The person should have gained the knowledge through Shastra Shravana. All the Swayambhu Gurus and all don't see. If one guy can by himself or herself figure this out, you can also figure it out by yourself. But this Atma Jnana, you can never figure it out by yourself, stumble upon it, because like I said, it is the Swarupa of the seeker. If I am already a seeker, then I have already missed my Swarupa there. So a seeker who is by independently researching cannot arrive at this Atma. That is why Shankaracharya said, Swatantriyena Atmanveshanam na kuryat. Don't do it by yourself. It won't work. Okay? So therefore, you need to find out a guru. And how did that guru gain the knowledge? From his or her guru. That guru from his or her guru. It keeps on going. Till where? Till only Bhagavan. Therefore, Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktincha Tatputra Parasarancha. So the only Adi Guru can be Ishvara. Because like I said, you cannot yourself figure it out. Somebody has to teach. So there should be a first teacher. That can be only Ishvara or Parambrahma. Mauna Parabrahma. Tattvam Yuvanam Varisishtante Vasadrishayi. Avritam Brahmanishtai Acharyendram. All that is said. Because Mauna Vyakya, by Maunameva Vyakya here, there is nothing to be said. Because by its very presence, Swayam Prakashate Atma, it doesn't need to be revealed. Therefore it is Mauna Vyakya Prakatitam. That is our Dakshinamurti. Anyway, coming back, therefore, you need to go to a guru, Santam Mahantam Samupetya Deshikam, and the Atma Jnanam is imparted by the Guru. Tena Upadishtartham. Then you gain that knowledge. But is that enough? It should be enough, but the problem is you have your doubts. Again, ask the Guru, because you are Samupetya, you are with the Guru. That Guru will clarify, and all the doubts are gone. But still, your Swabhava is making you do things. Again, the movie and the Pakistan war are going to pull me only because still there is some Vasana left. Your Jnanam that you gained through Shravanam from the Guru is not still fully effective. Therefore, it says, Upadishtartha Samahitatma, do Nididhyasanam. Keep your mind fully in this Jnanam so that it becomes Swabhavikam. Then you are having Brahmanishtha. Then that is a Jnanam, is Mukti, is Brahmanishtha only is Mukti. That is called Jivan Mukti. If you don't have the Nishtha, you can still call it as Videha Mukti because during Shravana knowledge happened. But still, since you don't have Nishtha, it is not Jivan Mukti. The Nishtha one only is Jivan Muktaha. Now, verse number 9. Uddhared Atmanatmanam Magnam Samsara Varidhau Yoga Rudatvam Asadhya Samyak Darshana Nishtaya. Samsara Varidhau Magnam. The one Varidhi means Vari. Vari means water, right? Varidhi means ocean. What kind of ocean? Samsara Varidhau. The ocean which is all the time moving in the form of the world of experience. That is samsara. All that is going on here, including you getting involved and all the time getting kicked around, loitering around in the worldly things. Shvanavante mane mane tirugudalitte. Like a dog which is with a tongue protruding is just running behind things, one house after the other. Where will I get the right kind of food? It just goes running around, trying to eat and lick whatever it gets. That is what we are also doing, no? Where will I get sukha? 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 This is what is our life about. Just running around, trying to figure out sukha. The sukha seeking is what is the pursuit. Okay, that pursuit is what gives you 90% dukkha, some 10% here and there sukha. Other 9, why dukkha? Because last time the sukha came, this time it didn't come. In order for me to get the sukha, I did so much work, but somebody came in between. So then I have hurt this person, stopped my getting the sukha. Okay. Not directly stopped getting sukha, but the problem is, okay, I wanted to go to movie, my wife asked me to go and buy vegetable. I wanted my son to be a doctor, but this fellow is not studying properly. Okay, I want to have a good house here, but the neighbor is all the time creating some issue. Okay, so many such things, one after the other, there is some stumbling block, so that gives me a certain hurt. And then what? For doing this sukha, I myself transgress. I do lot of things which is not acceptable for myself. So my own self-judgment is bad. I did this wrong thing yesterday. I stole this money from somebody. I hurt that guy. Now I get a guilt. So doing that is all samsara. The guilt, the hurt is what I am all about. Every human being unconscious is full of guilt and hurt. Therefore, I am so uncomfortable, I am unhappy about myself and what is happening to me. And that drives me further to do some action. So through that guilt and hurt is what I am doing certain activity that leads to further guilt and hurt. So there is full of dukkha all the time. I am a worried man. And I blame so many situations for that. I blame my prarabdha, I blame my people around me, I blame my own mind. Okay, and I blame the God also. So many people I hate. Opposition parties, political parties, international leaders, my own bosses in the office, my dad. I don't know, I have anger and hurt against so many people in the world, and I am so frustrated, right? This is an experience for everybody. Not only me I am talking. Whole world is like that. Everybody is crazy. Everybody has an ideology. They are saying this fellow is right, that fellow is wrong. Okay, so it's like there is so much of unhappiness. Money is there. The nations are prospering. Everybody has a house, whatever, to stay, food, most of us. But happiness is reducing. Why? Because samsara. It is, even if you are the richest person in your area, still you are unhappy. You always have some or other trip. So samsara varidhau magnam. So there is, you think you are going after sukha, but the sukha is eluding you. That kind of a guy, this mind, uddharet, may you lift it up. What? Lift up what? Atmanam, this mind. And the person as a whole. May you lift that person through what? Atmana. By the real Atma. Okay, the real Atma lifts this samsari Atma. Paramatma becomes the one who emancipates the Jivatma. Atmana Atmanam. The known Atma is a blessing. The unknown Atma is a problem. Okay? Because your Paramatma Swarupa, the real Atma Swarupa, if it is not known, your own mind becomes your problem. If you really think about it, what is the cause? External things are only triggers. See, the same dosa, for one guy it is so tasty, for another guy it is not tasty. Correct? The same Rasagulla, for one guy it is tasty, another guy it is not tasty. Or for the same guy, same Rasagulla tastes very good in the morning, doesn't taste good in the evening. It all depends on the state of your mind, the state of your tongue, okay, all that. Therefore, it is very, very subjective. There is no, the external things are only triggers. Anger, it's inside you. You just need an external trigger. It just brings out your anger. People don't even understand why are you getting angry with silly things. Because there is so much of guilt and hurt which is there inside you. So the problem, if you really see, is only yourself. Sit in your room, close your door, try to be with yourself, keep the phone away. Then you will see how difficult it is for you to be with yourself. Because your mind is something which is like so in such a frustration because of guilt, hurt, and how you perceive the world around you. That therefore you have to only, your solution is also in you only. Because the problem is here. Wherever there you lost a thing, there only you have to search, no? One guy was searching a key in a very bright place, lighted up. So somebody else came and said, what are you searching? I'm searching for the key. Oh, you lost it? Yeah, I lost it. Okay. Tell me how you lost it. You came here and it fell from your pocket possibly? No, I never came here when the key was with me. Then he said, no, I came only to the other place. But then why are you searching here? You should search in the other place. No, that place is so dark. How can I search there? Even if I search, will I get? Because it is very dark. How can I get it? Here at least there is light. If I try it, maybe I will get it here. Is that possible? No, right? Wherever you lost the key, there only you have to search. So because your mind is having so much problem, you are so uncomfortable dealing with it. So you try and go out and try to search where is the solution. You will not get. Because wherever you lost it, there only you have to search, and you lost it in your mind. So, Atmana eva Atmanam Uddare. Only by handling your Swarupa, mind, you can come out of it. So, again, Atma Jnanam only can bring you out. So, he says, Uddare Atmanar Atmanam Magnam Samsara Varisau. How Yoga Rudatvam Asadhya Samyak Darshana Nishtaya. What is this Yoga Rudatvam? Tattvam. What is this Tvam? When you add Tvam, Tattvam means it is the essence of it. Like I am a Pandita. Then that quality of being Pandita is Pandityam. Like that Yoga Rudatvam. Gaining the quality of being a Yoga Rudha. What is that Yoga Arudha? Arudha means the one who has climbed. Climbed on what? On yoga. Yoga here means Karma Yoga. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a usage of Yoga Arudasya Tasyaiva Shamah Karanam Uchyate. The one who is a Yoga Rudha, for that person, Shama, Dama, Uparati and all these things become a means. Till then it is karma. Okay. Karma only will make a person into a yoga rudha. Arurukshor muner yogam karma karana muchyate. This is Bhagavad Gita. Arudum ichyataha. The one who wants to climb the ladder of this jnanam. For that person, what is the means? That is karma. By doing karma yoga. Once you have done karma yoga enough and you have qualified yourself, then you need to start doing the Brahma Vichara. Therefore, Samah Karanam Uchyate. So for that person, talking about karma yoga will be done in the next verses. But for now, just understand, karma yoga gives you qualification called Chitta Shuddhi. And once a person has gained that, then he is called Yoga Rudaha. Then after getting into that state, Asadhya, Samyak Darshana Nishtaya Uddarete. Samyak Darshana means whatever we said in the previous verse as the Nishtha. Samahita Atma, what he said, that is Samyak Darshana means Jnanam, actually speaking. Samyak Darshana means Jnanam. Nishtha means Jnana Nishtha. Okay. Why is Samyak Darshanam Jnanam? Samyak means by having the right. Samyak means well. All-rounded. Darshanam means vision. All-rounded vision is only Brahma Jnanam. Because all that is here is Brahman, is known, is called, it is Samyak Darshanam. And Nishtaya, being rooted in that vision, is having a Nishtha, Brahma Nishtha is what is spoken about. By that only you can emancipate yourself. Now the 10th verse. Sanyasya sarva karmani pavabandha vimuktaye yasyatam panditair dhiraihi atmabhyase upastitaihi. Sanyasya sarva karmani, having given up all the activities. Activities include physical, mental, all kind of activities. Cutting off bhavabandha vimuktaye, in order to cut loose the bhavabandha, the bond, okay, of birth and death. Yasya tam Yatyatam panditaihi. Yatanam means what? Effort. May you make effort. Who? Panditaihi. The panditas, the people who are knowledgeable, and dhiraihi, who are wise, who are brave. Then Atma Abhyasaha, the practice of realization of Atma. Upastitaihi, having started, having rooted in this knowledge, may the person do this. Why Sarva Karmani Sanyasya? What is this Sarva Karma Sanyasa? See, you can do, suppose I say, give up karma, activity. What will you do? You will close the door. You will keep the laptop, cell phone outside, close the door, lock it. Sit in a chair or on the floor. Sit erect. Close your eyes. Keep your hands on the lap, all that. Okay, dhyana. Now you can say, I have given up all activities because I am sitting there, holding your hand, all that. Nothing I am doing. But isn't your mind still running? You are in this room, but your mind is probably in Sydney and doing some or other activity. Okay. So this is called mithyachara in Gita. Mithyacharasya uchyate. That person is called mithyachari. Why? Because he is not doing the worldly activities he is supposed to do, but he is only doing manasa karma and just keep on thinking about things. That is not a karma, sarva karma sannyasa. It is only physical karma you have given up. But manasam is not given up. So, nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma kriti. Nobody can give up fully the karma so long as you are a karta. So then how do you do sarva karma sannyasa? By giving up kartrutvam. Bhagavad Gita talks about it elaborately. I am the doer. That notion has to be given up. By what? By the knowledge of who you are. Then only karma sannyasa takes place. Because I am the karta is gone. Even when the activities are going on, that I am the karta, I am the doer, and I am the experiencer, I am the bhokta. That ignorance is gone for a jnani. Then sarva karmani sanyasya bhava bandha vimuktaye. The worldly attachments will go only when that happens. For that only a wise man should make effort. Yatyatam panditaihi dhiraihi atmabhyasaha. So the sarva karma sannyasa can happen only through atma abhyasa. What is atma abhyasa? Whatever we saw in the earlier verses, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, listening to this Vedanta, dwelling in the content of Vedanta, which is Mananam, and doing Nididhyasanam, Nishtha in it. That only can give you moksha. We will keep seeing this more and more in the next verses. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.